Uh, Hi friends, Papa Dale here, and the Bandit. Hi Bandit. Hi people. I'm getting ready to leave Celilo Park. Hey, you just stole my news. What do you think you're doing? This isn't the Bandit and the Papa channel. Although most of the time he thinks it is. So anyway, he's right. We have been here about 10 days or so, maybe a little more. It's a 14-day stay limit. And so Papa and the Bandit are going to move on. Mostly, we could stay an extra few days, but mostly because it's getting cold and wet and rainy. So here we are, Celilo Park. We love this place. We like coming back here. We will be back again. But look at that sky. It's considerably different than when we first got here. There's Tracker. There's the Millennium Falcon. Look at that sky, all gray and overcast. So we are going to take off and we are going to head to a campground on the south side of Bend called LaPine. Looking forward to that. So all I got to say for right now is, what's next? I'm walking and filming, so you can see it's pretty steady. So I got my gimbal running again. But there's something else you can see if you look around. You can see that I'm bundled up, and you can see that it's gray, and it's cold. It's probably mid-40s. There's the 360 of Celilo Park in the cold. So, getting cold. In fact, it rained last night. So Bandit and Papa, come on Papa, come on Bandit. So Papa and the Bandit are gonna be out of here this morning. Got a couple of stops to make sure we're topped off on juiceline and on propane. And then we are gonna fly. We're gonna head up the 97 and get out to the other side of Bend to a campground called LaPine. It's a little bit out of my normal practice, but it is a state park campground that I got to pay for. So I'm going to be there a couple of nights anyway. And it's not hugely expensive. It's like, it's maybe $30 a night, something like that. It's not normally how I roll. I like the boondock, like here at Celilo Park. I've mentioned several times it's free for 14 days. That's what I like. But anyway, we're going to move on. We're going to roll. Going to hit the road. And we've really enjoyed Celilo Park again. But it's time to move on. So, for now, till we hit the road, it's Papa Dale and the Bandit. Hey, Bandit. Hey, Bandit. You want to say hi? Oh, hi to the people. Hi, I'm the Bandit. And Papa and I need to hit the road. Yeah, okay. Do you see the fifth wheel down there? There's a school bus on the right and a fifth wheel on the left with a little car parked underneath it. Well, that fifth wheel's been here for 8 or 9 days. The park ranger has come over and ticketed them. They've actually overstayed their 14 days because they spent time in another Army Corps of Engineers park, 20 miles down the river, and you're only supposed to stay 14 days. So they were ticketed on maybe Thursday, and then Friday came and went, and then it was a 3-day weekend, and today is Tuesday. And the ranger came back today and put up another notice on the rig. There are actually 3 rigs: the car, this fifth wheel, and a smaller fifth wheel on the other side. And so now we see that the county sheriff has shown up. Let me show you that. So there's the county sheriff over there. Let me see if I can get a close-up on that. 2 sheriff's cars. I was walking around and they stopped me and asked me some questions, which of course I answered. They have names of people. They have names of people that they're looking for, but I don't know whether they're going to be able to catch up with them or not, because the people just come and go periodically, and there's no rhyme or reason to when they come or how long they stay. They might stay a couple hours, they might stay 15 minutes. So there have been a couple of times they've spent the night and had a generator going, but more than that, I don't know. So we'll kind of hang out and see if the police have opportunity to connect with those people or not. Well, the police are still down there waiting for these scofflaws to show back up. I don't know if they're going to be successful or not, but they're waiting for a while. I think that when I talked to them, I think they said that the park ranger was on her way back to chat with them. I don't know why the camera's going out of focus. Sorry about that. That will change the view here. Well, here's a view of all 3 of the rigs. You can see what they're dealing with. One of the things that I forgot to mention before is the 2 fifth wheels are not licensed. One has no plate at all. The other has a plate. Last time it had tabs was 2011 Washington plate. So anyway, that's what I know from here. Nothing more yet. The park ranger hasn't shown up, and certainly the possessors of these rigs haven't shown up either. Well, the owner of these rigs showed back up, saw the county sheriff down the way, and I'm guessing assumed that they were here for him, and he walked down there to talk to them. He sent them back up here to the rigs and then drove up. And now they're having a chat. Well, not quite. Now they're having a chat. And somebody's in the rig. I don't know if they just showed up along at the same time as the driver of the pickup, or what the story is on that. But they are definitely talking some things over. Now the sheriff that was talking to the fifth wheel owner has come back down to talk to his partner who had stayed away while the discussion was going on, I suppose as backup reserve. So let's see what happens. Well, now the sheriffs are both leaving. So I don't know what the deal is. Maybe the fifth wheel owner told him that they were leaving right now. The sheriffs decided to de-escalate any potential confrontation or something. I have no idea. Well, here it is. A couple hours later, had my coffee, straightened up in the motorhome, got everything travel worthy, and we're saying our last goodbyes to Celilo Park for at least 8 or 9 months. I may well stop back by here in the spring on our way back up to Washington and to Papa's place. Or I may not. Just all depends. So we're all packed up, all locked up, ready to go. There we are. There's the rigs. Bandit's inside, barking because I'm not in there with him and he's not out here with me. And here's the Papa, and I'm ready to go too. So here we go. Yabba dabba doo! The things that you might want to think about doing before you get too far out on the road is have a safety inspection and a tire pressure check on all the tires on your rig. I hate to get out there and have a blowout like I did just 4 months ago or so the other side of Las Vegas. It was not a pretty sight. Took 3 days or so out of my journey, and it was a little frightening at the time. You can go back and watch my video about that. There's an obvious thumbnail for that video that shows a blown up tire. So here I am at Les Schwab. I've got a mixed marriage of tires. I've got a couple on here from Discount Tire, and I've got some on here from Les Schwab. And Robert here is doing a good job of making sure that I'm going to be safe. So you want to say hi to YouTube, Robert? Hi.
Hi.
All right. So he found that they weren't in too bad a shape, a little bit low maybe, but the rear ones, the dualies, need to be about 80 pounds, and the front ones need to be about 60 pounds. So what does Les Schwab charge for inspection and air pressure, Robert?
We don't.
It's free.
It's free.
All right. So all of you YouTubers out there that are traveling, you know where to go. Go to Les Schwab, and you get a free tire inspection and a free air pressure check. And of course, what they hope is that if they find a problem, you're going to be buying some tires right there. But in the meantime, if everything is good, it is free. And we like free, don't we? Yabba dabba doo! Well, okay. Well, Robert says I do have a little bit of a challenge. I've got dualies on the rear of my rig, and any of you that have dualies, you should have air fill extensions on your dually, so it's easier to get to and easier to fill them, keep them full. But the extensions have two valve cores. One where the air goes into the tire itself, and one where the beginning of the extension meets up with the air hose. And Robert says that I was missing one of those valve cores. So what do we got to do about that, Robert?
Well, so further investigation has a hole in your extension.
Oh, lovely.
So
that's not good.
That's why she's not working.
Okay.
So what it did is, as you drive, extension's been rubbing against your hubcap, and it just rubbed right through.
Okay. So you have an extension to replace it?
I do not. We don't have extensions.
Okay.
I could get a gator, a flow-through cap that'll extend it a little bit, but it's a well grab.
I suppose it's possible that when I had the blowout that tire came banging underneath there and might have dent something or did something.
Stranger things have happened. Let me grab a flow-through.
Okay, we're gonna get me on the road though, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Robert says that he can get me on the road, and we'll make sure that we look for and find the proper extension at some point down the line. They don't have the extensions here. Robert has like a little mini extension that will extend the initial fill port maybe an inch or so, so it can be reached by someone who's experienced, not by me. And I'm just gonna wait until I get down to Havasu or someplace where I'm gonna spend a little time, and we'll get that extension replaced then. So I'm gonna be safely on the road here in just a few minutes. Yabba dabba doo!